And we're ready. Lesson 1, Exercise 2, Microsoft Excel 2007. In your textbook, 365. In your textbook, page 365. And let us begin. We'll start at the bottom there. Start with create a new workbook. And we do this in the Office button. And the very first one that says new. And right here it defaults you to the blank workbook, and just simply click and then click on create, or you can double click on blank workbook and you will have a new workbook page. Continuing, page 356, create a workbook from a template, and this is quite handy. All these down here are all different kinds of templates in Microsoft Excel, and they continue to go and go and go. To save time, when creating a new workbook, you might want to use one of these templates. When you select a template for a new workbook, a lot of the work has already been done for you, including most of the formatting, formulas, and even the layout design, which comes in really handy. And let's actually pick one of the templates to do and open it up. Let's go to the one that says budgets and click. And then find where it says home budgets and click there. Notice all the pre-made ones already for you. Some you have to download. Some are actually in Microsoft Excel. So let's try to find one. And actually, let's do the one from the book on page 366. It says using the personal monthly budget template. So let's find personal. Well, it doesn't look like I have one exactly that name. So let's just pick the personal monthly budget spreadsheet, click and make sure he has the orange box around him, and then download. And there is our template. All the formulas are already in, and we just have to manipulate the numbers. And I just wanted you to see this one and how that process works, because we're actually going to download 2 templates for our assignments today. Let's close. Now I don't want to save any changes, and let's move on. And on page 366, actually, underneath the picture of the workbook dialog box, about the 4th bullet down, it says you can actually create your own templates and save them as templates, and I'm sure that will come in a later chapter. Good. 366, the bottom, entering labels. Within any cell, you can give it a label. You can give it a number, or you can even put a formula into each one of these cells. And a label generally represents text such as blue, Sally Smith, Ohio, above average. Whatever you want to type in here is just letters we would call a label. So when we see that word, it's just letting you know that it's whatever we actually type. And just so you know, I don't think this is on page 366, but if you start anything with the equal sign, that's going to initiate some kind of formula. Now, whatever label I do give this cell, it will show up in the formula bar, but this is just called the formula bar. So I'm going to name this cell blue, and then name the next one red, and then name the next one black. And notice even in the formula bar it says blue, that one says red, and that one says black. It is not a formula because a formula starts with the equal symbol. And one neat little feature I just discovered, if you look at that first check mark on the second column of 366, if we want to enter multiple lines, and it gives us the example if we want to put overtime, but then right underneath it we want to put hours, so you hold the ALT key and then hit enter, and then I'm able to start a new row. So I'm going to try one more time, Alt, and then actually do the word total, and then I hit tab or enter or one of the arrow keys, and it moves and it puts that into my cell. So that was a neat feature I did not know about. And moving on, page 366, the next square, the default width is 8.43 characters, but if you go longer, say you do 9, now LMN, I'm past the width. I'm going to hit the enter key. It does continue on, but if I were to have something in E16, then notice it is now hidden. A quick fix is I would make sure I was clicking on the D, so to select this entire column, double click right in the middle. It automatically adjusts the width and gives me a little bit of spacing after the N and allows me to see both columns. That actually is not in your book, that is just a little bitty trick that I know. Continuing 366 is just telling you that if you begin to type something and you mess up, just use the backspace key, or you could hit escape and it will clear it out either way. Now if I wanted to edit cell E16, I could double click and notice my cursor is inserted into the text. Escape gets me out of that. Or I can simply go to the formula bar, Control A. Control A does not work, so I'll have to backspace, and I can change what my text was going to be. And move on to page 367. I'm going to actually hold off on undo and redo, and I'm going to delete my cell contents first. The best way I know how to do it is to click and then hold and drag and select all the cells that you want deleted. You can right click for the pop-up menu and then do clear contents. And just like Microsoft Word, we have the undo button. Or I can just simply hit the delete key and everything is deleted. Notice all my rows and columns turn back to their regular size. Then I'm going to go back to do undo and redo. Here's our undo. Here's our redo. Here's our undo. Just like Microsoft Word. Saving a workbook is exactly the same as in Word. We go to the Office button. We still have save, and we have save as, which we as a class will use, and we're going to save it as an Excel workbook. Make sure it's on our desktop, and actually we're not going to save this document, and so we will cancel it. But if we were to save it, we would click on save. And continuing, if I wanted to close my workbook, Office button, I can close it. I can exit Excel, either one of those. And actually I'm going to close this. And no, I do not want to save the changes. And I'm going to be ready for assignment number 1. On pages 368 and 369, you see the procedures. And every one of those blue listings we covered one way or another, and they just it's just a review in case you forget how to do something. You can check back there. For example, the first one, create a new or blank workbook. We did the Office button, new, we went to blank, and then we went to create. And so it just walks you through that again. Let's do our first assignment together, and we're going to be on page 369, and we're going to start Excel. Number 1 says to start Excel. I have Excel open. Hopefully yours looks like mine. Number 2, we're going to have a new document using the Service Invoice Simple Blue Design template. So we're going to go find our template in the Office button. We will do New, and we're going to find our Service Invoice Simple Blue Design. But look at that first check mark. It says you will need to download the template from Microsoft Office online. You will find the template listed in the Invoices category, and here's Invoices, and we're looking for the service invoice, and we are looking for the simple blue design, and here it is. Hopefully it's in the same location, but we have service invoice simple blue design. We're going to download, and now we're ready. Okay, number 3, save the file as O2 AAC invoice _ initials. Office button, save as, don't click, but click on Excel workbook, change to your desktop, O2 AAC invoice_rt. And we save, and we are ready to continue. We are ready for number 4. We're going to click cell F3 and then press delete. So here's F, 1, 2, 3. Make sure F3, I can make sure right here I'm on F3, and just simply hit the delete key on your keyboard. That was easy. Number 5, click cell A3 and type MAAC, but do not press enter. So here's A3, MAAC, but do not press enter. Number 6, instead press backspace to erase characters in as needed, and change the entry to Michigan Avenue Athletic Club and press enter. Actually, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go to our autocorrect menu. I will delete this. Go to your office button. Oops. Sorry. And then hit escape. Now go to your office button, click Excel options, and just like Word, go to proofing, and then our autocorrect options. And we're going to add this in here. We may use this MAAC a lot, so we want to replace MAAC with, and I'm going to pause and give you time to type Michigan Avenue Athletic Club, just like on number 6. So we have MAAC, and we're going to replace that with Michigan Avenue Athletic Club. Click where it says add, and then click OK, and then OK, and let's try. So make sure we're on A3, A2, and there's A3, and we're going to type MAAC, hit enter. Haha, look at there, it worked. Number 7, press delete to remove your company slogan here from cell A4. Mine's not in A4. Oh, there it is right there. Your company slogan. Delete. Number 8, in cell B8, we're going to enter that guy's name and then press enter. So it is HOJI. Number 9, use the clear contents command to clear cell B9, company name. So click on him, and this time we're going to right click. Our pop-up menu appears, and we're going to click on clear contents, and to make that disappear. Number 10, in cell B10, type his address. So please pause our video to allow yourself time to type in his address. And the directions on number 10 ask us to click the enter button on the formula bar, and that is that check mark. And that's the same as hitting your enter key, but my active cell stayed in the same place. Normally if I would have hit the enter key, it would have gone down 1. Number 11, use the down arrow to move to cell 11, down arrow. And type the city and state, Chicago, Illinois, CHICAGOILLINOIS. Let's get the spelling correct. Good. Press the spacebar twice, 1, 2, and then type the zip code, 6002. Press enter to finalize the entry and move to cell B12. And the difference if I do the check mark is my active cell stays there, but hitting the enter key I move down when I prefer the enter key. And begin typing his phone number, 881-2127. But before finalizing, you realize that you do not have the correct number, so press escape to abort this entry. For now, you will clear the cell where the phone number should go, but if you get it later on, you can add it. So actually, we're just going to hit the delete key to clear the cell, and then I'm going to hit the enter key. Ready for 14. 14 says, move the arrow key down until you get to A15. You can always double check this area right here. On A15, we are to type your name. And then it asks us to hit Tab, and that's right above the cap locks, until we get to C15. But then it says to type the rest of the entries shown in illustration A, correct any errors made by backspace, or if the entry has been finalized by retyping it. And you find illustration A on page 370. Yep. And I'm going to allow you time to pause this video and enter in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those last 6 remaining entries. Make it look like illustration A, then resume this video. I have entered all the remaining cells from illustration A on 370. We're ready for number 16. So we're going to go to cell A43, and I'm going to do it by this one right here. A43. After I've typed that cell identification in there, I'm going to hit the Enter key, and it'll take me right to there. And in this area, I'm going to go to the formula bar, highlight, because it asks me to put my company name with the Michigan Avenue Athletic Club, AAC. I've done autocorrect, but it doesn't autocorrect it until I hit the space bar or Enter. Then I go to cell A46. Continuing with 17, I'm to type the club's address, phone number, city and zip, and all that information, and into this big old long cell. The best way I would do it is go up to the formula bar and click my mouse outside of where it says email, click and hold, and drag it across so I select that entire area, delete, and then begin typing that information. And please pause this video, and when you're finished typing that information on number 17, resume. I'm finished typing. I'm going to hit the Enter key, and now it has inserted that into that cell. Number 18, we're going to close the workbook, but before we do that, we're going to save it. Office button, save as, don't click. Excel workbook, change to my desktop. There's my file name. Click Save. It already exists. I want to replace it. Yes, I do. And now I'm ready to turn this document into my Google Classroom. After you turn this document into your Google Classroom, please download video for lesson number or assignment number 2, and the next video would be part 2. I'm going to close my workbook and then turn that into my Google Classroom. Thank you very much, and I look forward to you enjoying video part 2.